All right, are you ready? I'm ready. Let's count down from 3. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay, this is your dashboard home. This is a few widgets that are drag and droppable depending on the plugins that you have. Let's tour this menu first. Post. If you hover over these, of course, you can see different things you can do. Posts are where you create, manage, delete all of your blog posts. Blog posts, as opposed to pages, are chronologically ordered. They have a date attached to them. Pages are a little bit more permanent. They're supposed to be things like your About Us page or Contact Us Here page, stuff like that, not blog posts. Podcast is a separate plugin that I have. You might not see that. Media is where you create, upload, delete, manage all of your images, videos, maybe audio files. All of your media is through that. Links, I don't know anybody that uses this. Pages, we just talked about. Comments is where you manage your blog and page comments. You can edit them, spam them, delete them, trash them, approve them, etc. Lead Pages is a different plugin I have. Contact is a different plugin I have. Contact Form 7, highly recommended. Appearance, we're going to come back to this because that's how you design your blog. Plugins, we're going to come back to this. Users is where you, manage your users. If you have a membership site where you allow people to sign up and sign in to your website, you will see them there. Tools, importing and exporting. If you don't know what that is, I suggest you Google it. I'm not going to talk about it right here, but you can import different WordPress blogs and export your own. Settings, it's where you change a lot of your general blog settings like permalinks. That's a handy one to know. That's what your URL looks like. And all these things down here are different plugins that I have. They will look different depending on the plugins you have. Let's talk about posts. A quick tour right here. This is where you will see all of your published and unpublished draft blog posts. As you can see, I haven't even launched yet, so all these are draft. You can click on these to edit them. This is where your title is. You can edit your permalinks right here by clicking edit. This is your content, obviously, and this is a toolbar, how you shape and format all of that pretty content. Look over here to your right. You can save a draft. You can preview. This will open up another tab that previews your blog post. You can publish. You can use the date, this little calendar function, to publish sometime in the future. You can trash this blog post from right here. All right, as we move down, stay with me. Categories, you can assign different categories per blog post. You can add in new ones that way. Tags, same thing. Podcast series is from a plugin that I have. Featured image, this is how you set your blog post featured image. Most likely, this will be the image that appears when you share on Facebook. You know, it attaches a little image to it. Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all that, unless you specify otherwise. And if you leave it blank, it will probably pull the first image that you have in your blog post. I'm going to scroll down. All this stuff, this is a plugin that I have. This is another plugin that I have. Depending on your own plugins, you will have some different stuff down here. Go back to post. You can also edit some of these things like categories, tags, published, unpublished from a quick edit right here. You can also click edit to go to the screen we were just at. You can also preview from here and delete from here. Pages. Let's talk about pages. Like I said, they're a little bit more permanent. I have a hire me, I have a resources. You can add new, you can see your draft, your published, your trashed, all that stuff. This functions very, very similar to posts. And sometimes different themes will have different formats for posts versus pages. All right, let's briefly talk about appearance right here. If you just click appearance, it will take you to the themes that you have installed. You can always add new themes, search for them right here on this little dashboard, or you can upload your own if you have them on your computer, of course. We're going to talk about menus, widgets, and customize. We're going to go up. Actually, editor, if you know how to code, you know what you're doing when it comes to PHP and HTML and CSS, you can play around with that. If you don't, please don't mess with any of those settings. Menus are important. This is the menu at the top of my blog right here that I created under menus. Drag and drop for the most part. Click on things, press add to menu. Pretty self-explanatory. Widgets are like this. This is a temporary widget. This is a calendar right here. So each theme is different. You will want to check where you can and cannot have widgets. And then here are a list of all my available widgets. I can drag these over. Drag this one right here. I can drag that one right there, move it around, etc. Customize. You can access a lot of different stuff depending on the theme. Every theme's going to be different, but there will be a few that make it via all WordPress themes. Menus is one of those. Site identity is one of those. That's where you customize the title and the tagline of your blog. and your little site icon that appears up here at the top of your browser. My theme has a few different color options that I can choose from. Here's where I can also do widgets as opposed to the widgets thing in the WordPress dashboard. You can always also do that via customize. Static front page. You can have your latest blog post appear on your front page. doyouevenblog.com would be my example. Or I have a separate page that I created via the dashboard, pages, and I would have to click on this button to get to my blog roll. That's the way I chose to do it. You might too. Additional CSS, if you know what you're doing, you can add in custom CSS right there to style your blog. And depending on your theme, you'll probably have some other options here, but that's the main way to customize the appearance of your blog. Last, but certainly not least, I'm going to talk about this top bar. If you hover over your picture, or it might not even be a picture yet, you can click this to get to your admin settings. You can choose the color scheme of your dashboard, pretty fun. Your name, your nickname, your emails, all about your stuff. You can choose that stuff right here in, well, whatever that's called, your user settings. Over here, you can click visit site to actually visit your blog. I'm not going to do that now, but it'll go to your home page. And depending on the plugins that you have installed, you might have some different icons appear. This is a Yoast SEO tool that I use. This is comments native to the WordPress dashboard. And I can create new stuff from this little plus button. Pretty handy. If I just want to create a new post from here, I can just do that. And you'll notice if you are logged in, the top bar will still appear here. So let's say I'm working on my blog, I'm in the middle of a page like this, not in the dashboard. I can still use this to create a new post. Plugins, let's talk plugins. This is my favorite part of WordPress, the ability to add so many different functionalities right here through plugins. So this will show you a list where you can easily deactivate or activate your plugins that you've downloaded. If you want to add new, obviously you can click up here and either upload them from your computer if you had to download them in the first place, or you can search right here and it should just pop up. You can actually install and activate right from this screen as well.